All right. Welcome to 10K Bets Live. We are back and in a lot of pain, actually, which is a bad start to an episode. We're all in a pretty fucking terrible mood because, as everybody else here knows, the Cincinnati Bengals just lost and actually lost me, Renzi Boy, and Cam here quite a bit of money. Well, I'm your usual host, Marlo, once again, joined by Cam, joined by Renz. However, we have some tales today as somebody's luck has turned. I don't even think you can be called producer Cam anymore. I think you can just be called Pull Tab, like the most white trash person. You got the Carhartt hat, you got the fucking mullet, and you're just ripping money on pull tabs. So tell us about it. You ended up potting home quite a bit, eh?
I minus that Bengals loss, I had one of the best gambling weekends of my life, probably the best gambling weekend. We were up north snowmobiling, and I made money on pull tabs. We were ripping tabs all weekend. We made a shit ton there, and then, but before I even got out of town, Thursday night, I hit that underdog, which was like I turned $25 into $500 on a 5-leg player prop parlay. I don't know what the fuck is happening right now, but I'm not complaining.
Yeah, and meanwhile, I mean, like on the opposite side of things, Renz is not too far away from losing his dick couch, as you like to call it.
Penis couch. Like I said, I almost had to bring the penis couch to Pan America yesterday to try to hedge some bets and get back to even. But no, it was a tough weekend for your boy Renz. Be ready, Cam. After the big highs, the lows come.
I'm sure.
Whatever the saying is, the higher they are, the harder they fall. Whatever the hell that means. But I fell hard. I fell hard this weekend, boys. It's tough.
As a reminder as well to Brian, how the hell are you doing, buddy? Please feel free if you guys want to chat along over Facebook, head over to YouTube while you're there. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow along. We will continue to do this show every Monday, every Thursday to talk about sports bets responsibly and maybe some other irresponsible decisions that we made outside of that as well too. Which I ended up losing. All right, I lost a little bit of money. I was livid. I ended up I made a mistake. I'm a dummy, and you guys know this all too well. But I sent you guys over a parlay. A 4-leg parlay was going to pop me on $100 on a $10 bet. And because I have ADHD, I sent you guys the 4 players, right? It was Joe Burrow yards. It was a Christian McCaffrey touchdown. It was a Kelsey touchdown. And then like a fucking idiot, I put Joe Mixon on there for a touchdown. After asking you guys, I was like, hey guys, what do you guys think about this? And in my head, I'm like, Mixon's the one that I'm worried about. Had not placed it yet. And then like 3 seconds passed by. I'm like, they're not responding to me. And so let me just quick put it in. As soon as I put it in, Renzi Boy comes into the chat. It's just like, yo, that's a bad play. Like take Mixon off. And I'm like, too late, hammered.
And then you just got like mad. You're like, fuck you.
Positive well, yeah, where's the like, positive vibes?
Here we go. I was trying to help because you asked, is this any good? And I said, no. And was I right? They played the shit out of Samaje Perine. Which just drives me crazy.
I feel like every time they hit the 50-yard line, like if they're in the defensive side of the ball, they hit the 50, they just fucking bench Mixon for whatever reason. I don't quite get that. I don't think I don't want to say that it would have changed the game because Mixon had some ups and downs. I think like halfway through the game, he only had like 18 yards off of like 9 carries or something like that. So he wasn't doing great, but Mixon is Mixon. He's that guy. So I'm shocked they pulled him out. To be fair, what's his name? Samaje
Perine.
Yeah, Samaje Perine. He actually didn't look too terrible, to be entirely honest with you. Like he looked like he'd be a solid back. So good for them. But go ahead, Kim.
I'm not gonna lie, I was so exhausted from the weekend that I slept from 4:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. this morning. So I literally didn't watch any football. I woke up to you guys freaking out about Mixon though. I'm like, fuck it.
Well, and I could tell Cam was in one because he said something like a pit bull lyric. He's like, "We taking over the world," and I like texted back. I was like, "Are you fucking drunk? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "Mr. Worldwide." Mr. 305 just hit me with Pitbull lyric after Pitbull lyric unintentionally, but you were just hammering Pitbull lyrics.
The boy was buzzing.
He was in one.
Fuck, I don't remember that. I got in one. That was Saturday night. Even Friday night, has nothing to do with sports gambling, but it plays. We closed down the bar and we were staying at Cregan's, and I was trying to walk back to my cabin. Keyword trying. And I got lost. There's a way to get back to the cabin without going outside, but I got lost. And I was walking outside and slipped on ice and flew and hit my fucking head. Maybe that's why I feel like shit right now, but I was struggling. And then I just sent you Pitbull there.
And like I said, super unintentional, but it was so goddamn. That's how I read him too. Like, we taking over the world. It was
Been there, done that.
crazy. Yeah, because I didn't say anything to you. Like, it wasn't like I engaged in conversation. You just out of nowhere, like, yeah, baby, we doing this. Like, all right, cool, man. Yeah, I'm a dad in bed by 8 o'clock, and you're just like, fuck yeah, let's party. It was quite
That's
the
awesome.
quite the text to wake up to the next morning. And then on top of that too, Hockey Day Minnesota, we had a bunch of stuff going on as well too. Your boy right here, I am so fucking tired. And the reason why, we had the boot hockey tournament the previous week beforehand, 4 games, ended up going out to the U.S. Pond Hockey Championships this past week, playing in that one, 4 games right there as well, too, in 2 days. And then on top of that, now we have the Minnesotan Cup coming up this next Saturday. But Cam, you got to relax a little bit on Hockey Day Minnesota, out in the elements, out in the cold, freezing your nuts off. How was HTM Wiper Lake?
I wasn't out there.
Oh, you weren't?
He was.
I was.
Remember, he was snowmobiling.
I was snowmobiling up north.
Well, then, never mind.
You guys were just talking about this.
You and Eli look so similar that it throws me.
You must have been confused. I was at the Wild game. No big deal, hockey guy.
Yeah, you didn't even go see one of our primary sponsors, Northern Lids. Let me tell you.
I tried. I looked for him.
Cam's out of here.
I was in. Yeah,
he was so pissed at you. Yeah, Northern Lids was at the game doing hat giveaways for the Reverse Retro 97 hats that he was giving away, the Kaprizov ones. And sure enough, Renzi boy goes to try and find him, or lies and says he tries to find him.
I did.
But anyways, make sure you guys check out Northern Lids today. Let him know the 10K Bets boys sent you. He'll hook you up, Fatty. Made this little beauty right here for the Minnesota Cup. This thing is hot. I would love to release this one, so maybe someday. But
I can't believe you just said I look like Eli.
You guys are like twins. It's tomatoes. It's you guys are the exact same person.
Tomatoes.
But Renzi boy, you got yourself a pretty nasty hat. Are you already giving up on hockey? Like you're in basketball season, or what's up?
Yeah, I gotta start making some. I gotta make the switch. I invest too much into football. You got college, you got the NFL, and I'm not. You guys know I'm not a hockey guy, so I gotta make the transition to basketball. College basketball, I gotta start paying attention before March Madness. So here's the big push. I think the Timberwolves are playing right now. So I just got to start paying more attention. Time to make the switch. Football's over. So.
And for you guys who are unfamiliar with the show, the Mondays are a brand new thing to us. We don't do this very often. So a lot of this is going to be a lot of post bet recaps, like just talk about the weekend, kind of how it went, where we lost all of our money. We want to hear how you guys lost your money or won a bunch of your money as well too. Head over to the chat, Facebook, YouTube, hammer in the comments. We'll highlight you. We want to hear how you guys did. Nothing too crazy. And of course, Thursday shows, we will be going over our bets at the end of this episode as well too. We'll hit you with one of our bets of the week leading up to Thursday. Obviously, with the Super Bowl coming up here in the next 2 weeks, right? Because they take a week off, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably be hammering quite a bit of Super Bowl talk. I don't know if you guys remember this. I do plan on bringing back Moneyline Marbles. And the reason why, it is the only time in my entire life I've done well at sports betting, and it's because it was completely out of my hands. I kind of love Moneyline Marbles. And because we went 7-2 or 8-2, it was something like that last year in Super Bowl picks. All just rolling marbles down a track and just whatever one ends up at the end, that's what I bet. And we made a lot of money.
I can't wait for Thursday's episode because before the Super Bowl, we have NASCAR to bet on this weekend.
I'm actually low-key pretty excited. I feel like ever since I grew a mustache, it was just like NASCAR, baby.
NASCAR's back.
Cam, who's your favorite driver?
Growing up, it was Jeff Gordon until I grew up and realized how much of a douchebag he was. Right now, it's Brad Keselowski or Ryan Blaney. One of them two.
Brad. See, I'm a Chase Elliott guy.
I like Chase.
I
started watching NASCAR. Marla, you should do this. You should get into NASCAR.
I'm going to.
I started watching, I actually got into it during, COVID and shit, because that was the only thing going on. They were still racing. And I did it solely off sponsors. And his 2 sponsors are Napa Auto Parts and Hooters. I'm not going to go against the Hooters NASCAR guy. You can't. And then it just turns out he's really good.
You're so horny. It's crazy.
That's gross. It's really gross.
You're so horny. It's weird.
I'm just happy you didn't say Kyle Busch.
It's gross.
Cameron, based on my personality, let's just do this. Let's try something different. Based on my personality, if you had to, I'm assuming you're well versed in NASCAR, right? The drivers and everything like that. if you were to sign me a driver based on who I am, what driver would you get me? Who's going to be my favorite?
You're like the type of guy that wouldn't choose like the outright favorite, but you still want to pick someone that has like a big name.
Yeah, I
Who's,
like
under
middle of the table kind of guys.
You're like a Martin Truex Jr. type of guy.
Martin Truex Jr. Lock it
Yeah.
in. Who's his sponsors? Who am I supporting?
Bass Pro Shops mainly.
Okay, all right, not bad. All right, I'll take that.
I was thinking of Marlo Moore as like a Joey Logano guy.
Slogano, you get that shit out of my
Logano.
face.
Yeah.
I'm apparently.
Logano's a prick. So
What's his name? Martin Trudeau.
Yeah.
Martin Truex Jr.
Yeah, Trudeau. Okay, I'm Martin Trudeau guy. Locked in. Skull Canada. So all right, yeah, but I'm excited. NASCAR is actually going to be pretty dope. I was telling Boss Man, I was like, we should do like a thing for NASCAR, just like an entry video between your mullet, my mustache. Renz, you're not the most. I don't know what you are. You're not white trash.
No, I'm pretty average. Have been my whole life.
The Mountain Dew in the background, kind of maybe. I thought about it for a second. I was like, wait, hold on.
I do have some Chase Elliott swag, so
Hell yeah.
I've got some white trash like all graphic T-shirts where the whole thing is like a graphic.
That's sick.
It's pretty sick.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Are you guys, and then as well too, are you guys excited to tune into the NHL All-Star game coming up here as well too?
I haven't looked into it, but I'm sure I'll watch it.
Have you seen the jerseys? Cam is a true hockey guy. Oh
yeah,
my god!
Actually, I did.
The pink, the powder blue, the black, and the white. Oh,
Sick.
Straight out of Miami. I love it. It's straight up like Miami Marlins. I mean, Miami. Out of all the cities, I feel like Miami has a color scheme. Like, there's two cities I can think of off the top of my head that have a set color scheme, and they're dope as shit. It's Pittsburgh, which they do it right, the black and gold, and then on top of that, Miami, just like the neon pink, the light blue, the black. Which kind of, I want to pose a question for you guys because this is more of a talking show than anything. If you guys, I love this question. If you guys had to pick one color scheme to go across all of our sports teams, go the Pittsburgh effect, right? That's what I like to call this. If you had to pick between all of the teams we have right now, who gets all those colors? Keep in mind, if you pick the Wild, the Vikings will have the same logo and everything like that. They're just gonna be red and green. If you had to pick between all of the, we'll say the top 5 major sports, what color scheme would you pick?
Shit.
I know my answer.
Probably like the Wild, I guess.
You think the Wild? Huh?
I don't like a green. I don't like we have a lot of trees up here, like northern green. I mean, purple's kind of just random, to be honest. The Vikings back in the day could have picked any color. It wouldn't really mattered. I mean, there's purple.
That is true.
I would.
The gold makes sense.
Mine's the Timberwolves.
Oh.
I think you could do so much with that color scheme, and it plays for all the other 3 teams.
But it's pretty much like Seahawks, yeah? So you got like the fucking lime-ass green.
That's what kind of sucks, but you could also make it more tame for the Vikings, but still have the same color scheme. But like if you had like the Timberwolves with purple and yellow, like this doesn't really make sense to me.
I guess I'm going Minnesota United. I think it plays across all.
I didn't even think about it because soccer doesn't exist.
That's why I said top 5 sports.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you what colors they are.
So they're powder blue, they're black, and like gray, and they use white every now and again. But like those colors play across, I think, all of them. Vikings, I think it goes well with that. Wild, you just focus on the ice and the cold. It's like dead on. It's perfect. Also, Cocaine Bear looks dope as shit. I'm gonna go see that. But that question, I love that one because it's like nobody ever has the right answer. Like if you pick twins, you're a dork. First off,
you can't pick twins because the twins could legitimately be any color.
Yeah,
because it's just like 2 twin cities. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, like the Timberwolves, like old school, and they had like the black, dark, like my hat, or like even like the dark, or like when the court had all the trees on it.
Yeah,
that color scheme, that was dope.
Yeah. Those are my favorite things, actually.
I think the most badass Jays are the ones that have like the green trim on like the actual arm cuts and the neck collar and everything like that. Yeah, those are fucking fire.
I hate the alternate uniforms, the Bob Dylan ones.
I don't know what you're talking
about.
Is
that what it is? What is that the ones where it's just like random colors?
It's supposed to be Bob Dylan, but it looks like the Riverside Plaza apartments.
That one?
Yeah.
The one that the dunce cap wore at the fucking football game that was standing up and yelling at everybody from your guys' video? That one you're talking about?
Was he wearing that jersey? No, he was wearing like a different.
Oh, he's
What-
wearing a blue Timberwolves jersey.
You were talking
Never
about the
mind.
white one that has like the red, yellow. It's supposed to be like a tribute to Bob Dylan, but it looks
I'm
like
thinking of the boot hockey tournament where someone was rocking that on the ice, which was I thought was pretty dope actually. Some of the basketball jerseys on
Yeah,
the
those-
ice look sick.
I don't like them. They just don't make sense.
No, they're very ugly. They're like it is. I mean, what is? I'm confused by the whole Bob Dylan thing. Like, what
There's
the
a
fuck
Bob
is that?
Dylan mural or whatever in downtown Minneapolis uses those colors or some shit. That's why they did it. I don't know.
Who cares?
There's
Not
a
a-
lot of shit that uses colors. What the fuck does that matter?
I know.
Like,
Like
what a
a-
stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Also, Marlo, with your uniform talk and colors, you put your poll out there, like changing the colors of the Wild Jays. That they
Yeah.
just wore.
Let's talk about
I
it.
don't
Yeah,
know.
it's catching
I couldn't
fire.
tell the difference between the picture you sent and the picture they wore, personally.
So Kelly, someone made that comment, and I was like, I'm too tired to deal with this.
Well, you're
There's
dealing
a
with
big-
it now, bitch.
There's a big difference between Kelly Green and Forest Green. I couldn't go too terribly dark on the actual picture itself, but if I also posted that one of Kyril on the ice, and you can definitely see the difference. I should have put it like side by side or whatever, but I think if you're going to do like, it's not going to happen because Russo has already debunked it numerous times. So I feel bad for him that like I'm like, hey, let's poke the bear a little bit. Let's poke Nordy and throw this out there and see what happens. But I think if they were to change color schemes instead of doing this Kelly Green right here, because Kelly Green is atrocious. That's like Hill Murray's color. It's like Edina's color.
Yeah.
And you make it a forest green, almost go Packers style. Make it a forest green, yellow, and white. That's sick. On ice, you can shake your head, Cam. I don't care about the Packers thing. We can't just base everything because they exist in that color scheme. It looks nasty on ice. Green, forest green, yellow, and white looks sick. Imagine like a full yellow jersey, like with just green trim on it. Like Clarkson Hockey wears that. Veach can probably back me up on this one as well too. Clarkson Hockey wears it. Vermont wears a variation of it, but Clarkson rocks those, and they're nasty when you have the gold and green together on the ice. It's sick looking. So that's what I'm trying to say. is,
I, don't know,
like,
I like the ones they wore. What's wrong with the ones they wore?
what I'm
Just 'cause
saying,
of the-
what I'm saying is I don't just be personally. I don't like the Kelly Green. It's the same thing. Reason I don't like the red. I think the Wild using red is stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Green and wheat plays. I think it's fucking sexy. Hence the fucking hat. But I hate the red. I also hate the Kelly. I think Kelly Green's just a dumb color unless you're like Nodak, where you wear like
This
Kelly
is-
Green black and white.
This has become a jersey podcast, but
kind of.
I hated the old red jerseys that the Wild used to wear. Everyone loved them.
Yeah, same. I don't like it personally. Yeah, there we go. Alaska. If you guys have never seen Alaska Anchorage's jerseys, they're fucking sick. They are probably the gold standard, and they have a sick ass logo too. The Seawolves, money.
That's a badass name.
It is
Yeah.
dope.
They fucking so green, like that dark green and gold. I think plays, but I think it's what it is. I don't like having too many like bright colors in a logo. It just you need a little bit of like contrast, a little bit of darkness. So I personally don't like the North Stars colors. I think if you tweak it a hair, you got money.
Yeah.
Okay, I can
I
respect
want to
that.
take the logo when they fold again. Yeah, possible. It's a possible dumpster. But I don't know. I was just trying to spark a little bit of fire. You know how I am with jerseys. Like I love getting under people's
Yeah.
skin.
Well,
You do.
we did that on It's a Bit last week too, and you said I did the best as a true hockey guy.
I retract that statement. By the way, I take it back.
Wow.
I
The
feel
only
like-
jersey I didn't like from your guys' draft, I think it was Wags who took them, the LA Kings jersey with just the crown on it. I've always hated those fucking jerseys.
That's
Renzi.
wrong.
I'm just saying, I think it looks tacky.
Renzi.
I know
How do you-
I know it's a vintage thing, and you hockey guys are gonna freak out like for some nostalgic reason. I don't care. I think they look
Well,
fucking stupid.
That's what I love about hockey, though. Is hockey is the most interesting sport out there when it comes to jerseys. They are probably the most expressive that you can be with a jersey in all of sports, outside of
Yeah.
soccer. But like I said, we're not counting soccer. It only matters when I'm trying. Soccer only matters when I'm trying to prove a point. But or when I'm
Why
trying
do
to
you-
finish out a color wheel bet.
Hold on. Why do you take it back?
What do you mean?
Why do you
What-
take that statement back that I had the best draft?
I can't remember who I looked at. I looked at it from far and I was like, that's fucking way better. But
You thought it
you
was
had
the-
great picks. Don't get me wrong. You probably had I think two of your picks were probably the strongest, but there were some other ones that were really good. Because I loved the Whalers pick. The Whalers pick was solid. Detroit Red Wings was solid. Who was your third one?
I didn't have the Red Wings. I had the Maple Leafs. I wanted the Red Wings, but they got taken right before me. So
I
then
think that's why. I'm actually a Leafs fan. Like I was. When I was a kid, you don't have the Wild, so like there's nothing to watch. So it was Toronto Maple Leafs. It was San Jose Sharks. Like I went back and forth on those two. But I do think Detroit has way better jerseys. But that's why I love this debate, because hockey, you can literally, it's like you can get away with doing anything on football jerseys. To be straight up, are fucking boring. Unless you're the Cincinnati Bengals, they're boring. Baseball jerseys, even worse. Hockey,
That's
at least,
baseball could be better.
It can be.
Football, you can't really do because most of it's just fucking numbers.
But baseball's stuck in the past. They're stuck in tradition. Nobody wants to do anything cool. Nobody wants to do anything new. And when they do, it's not really that new and it's not really that cool. Like, I think Miami maybe stretched it a little bit just with their color schemes alone. But the only thing they did was throw a fucking pink and blue on a black jersey.
The problem with baseball is there's so much tradition. These teams have been around for so long.
Exactly, and it's fucking it's dull. And so that's why I love hockey. Is it doesn't matter. Like, you could talk about this for hours. You could have beers with your buddies and have this same conversation every single night of the week. And even with different, you're gonna have different answers. No one's ever going to agree on the exact same thing, and it's because there's so much variation out there. Like, I love new school style jerseys. Big fan of a lot of these teams that are like ASU, for example, ASU hockey. Like, when you're talking about like new jerseys and like pushing the limits and whatnot, like especially like helmet decals, they're fucking sick. I was with Bossman that I love the gold helmets that Vegas rocks as well too. But I picked 3 jerseys that I think would win that poll personally on the side, because the fact that you guys left out Chicago Blackhawks is criminal. Yeah. And you agreed to that as well too. That's criminal. And then Kachina jersey, criminal. The third one I was pushing a little bit. I love the Vancouver Millionaires jersey. It's the maroon and wheat striped one as well too. But I don't know. I feel like I could have won that draft, and I picked my picks way after you guys picked your picks. There are a few on there that I probably would have taken, to be entirely honest with you. And that Kings jersey would have been probably one of them if it was a deep draft. So give me a beer league style sleeves or 6 inches too short sweater in the national. What the fuck? Does that make any sense to you?
He just wants to show skin. Tarps off.
Tarps off for the boys.
Show some skin.
Beach is in one. But yeah, like, I stand by that. The Blackhawks being snubbed and Kachina being snubbed is crazy. And I gave Bossman picks. I was like, hey, take these. Like, these are good ones. He just didn't fucking listen. But whatever. Who did end up winning the poll? I know you guys do that for every single one.
I just had it pulled up. Let me see. Zane did, but he had that. You can't even pick him because he had the North Stars jersey that you just shit all over.
Ooh,
I gotta look at the graphic again. I'll let you know. We'll do this off air. I might just all right. So you got it right here, right? So Wags has North Stars. It was that's what it was. Bossman's middle pick, I think, was tough, but Islanders nasty, because I love that logo. Capitals jersey, unbelievable. And then on top of that too, you know what?
I love that Mighty Ducks J Cam.
Cam, you win. Cam, you win. I retract again. I retract my retraction. Cam, you win.
Yeah.
I look at it again. The Ducks one, which is one that I suggested as well, to the fact that it slipped a third round, is crazy. Because Ducks was on my top list. Kachina was on my top list, and then the Blackhawks was on my top list. But since Ducks was taken, I had to switch it and throw in the Vancouver Millionaires.
Jake picking the Seals round 1 is fucking hilarious.
Crazy. Nobody even knows that team exists. And also, that actually is beef I have with you, Cam. I think that's why I retracted my statement, was the fact that you said Kansas City's jerseys were nasty. They weren't nasty. Their logo's nasty. Their jerseys were atrocious.
That's good
to look at. They're like the Blues, like red, blue, and yellow and white. It's like, fucking just pick a color. Like, what are you doing? Just taking all the fucking primaries. You dork. Renz, you know those primary colors? Look at me.
Yeah, I do. That's why I like the Mighty Ducks one, because I think my favorite team probably growing up was the Mighty Ducks, just because of the stupid movies. But favorite player was Emilio Estevez.
You don't want to get me started on the. You don't want to get me started on the Mighty Ducks, dude. I fucking hate the Mighty Ducks. Now, movies are great. I hate the fucking team. I think they're all dorks. They piss me off. Let's talk. Should we get into this debate? We got a little bit of time. I mean, I got to leave for hockey in like 20 minutes here, but
we still got to give our bet of the week too.
We do still have to give our bet a bit. I just want to let's talk D2 just really, really quick. I have a major issue with the Ducks, and here's why. I'm going to ramble for a little bit. Feel free to interject and tell me I'm stupid.
Are we talking about the actual team or the movie?
The movie. Okay. D2, they like, or no, it's D3. So they get into high school, right, at Eden Hall. They're the Eden Hall Warriors, right? And they go in and they all make the JV squad, except for Banks, I believe, makes it. And they're like, Coach, what the fuck? We're the Ducks. We just won the Goodwill Games. Why aren't we on the varsity squad?
We fly together.
Here's the deal, right? First off, you guys are all sophomores, freshmen, right? You don't make the fucking team just because of that. Secondly, let's look at the Goodwill Games. Who did you play? You played Trinidad and Tobago, not a hockey country. You play Iceland, not a hockey country. And then I can't even remember who the fucking third team was. Probably not a hockey country. But you guys want the job handed to you. And fucking Conway, yeah.
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie, I'm the captain. You're not the fucking captain. You're a whiny little bitch. Get on the bench. Banksy's better than you. You fucking suck. Like, it's the whole movie just pissed me.
Wasn't Iceland a wagon? With the
which doesn't make sense.
With the Terminator coach and the hot chick that Emilio Estevez wants to bang?
Bang. Yeah, I would.
They go and get ice cream together.
Well, it blows my mind. It's like, I should make this team.
Sorry. The only thing I can add from Mighty Ducks is that Eldon Hansen, who was in that, I've had so many people say that he looks like me. You know who I'm talking about? No,
I think he looks like Eli.
That's true. Here, look. This isn't him and Mike.
One jersey plus player comma Korean the Ducks J is 101. Yeah, that is probably outside of maybe Gretzky and the Kings.
I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but this is my doppelganger.
All right, yeah.
Change that to your picture on Twitter.
Foggy
that guy's face on there.
We'll throw it. You send it over to me. I'll edit on a Northern Lids hat, and we'll just.
Is that one of the? Was he? He was one of the Bash brothers, right?
Dude, he's a knuckle pucker. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that dude bangs shots. And you know what it proves? Because that Budak and Cam just ripping slap shots the whole time.
Yeah.
Anytime he got the ball, slap shot. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Three guys in front of him, slap shot. He's fucking letting it fly.
He had it was the last game. The goalie was just atrocious on the other team. And I had a slap shot, and I couldn't move very well at the end because we were just slipping everywhere. I had the ball rolling towards me. I was cocked back for a good 20 seconds, just waiting for it. I'm on the other side of the ice. And I rip it, and I fucking score.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the worst.
Cam's a big knuckle puck guy. That's
Eldon Hansen.
You have to. I might just we do our graphics with our faces. I might just delete yours and just put that guy on there.
He looks just like.
Which that reminds me. Before we'll get to our bets of the week, or one bet of the week, for leading up to the NFL action. And we got a long time, I guess. So bet of the week. Before we get into that, you guys are going to want to check out the boot hockey video as well, dude. Jack's already sent me some of the edits. It is going to be so funny. If you just want to watch dudes fall and score goals, it's perfect. And maybe not score goals, like goals scored against them. It's going to be a great video. I'm not quite sure on the launch time on that one, but the video is going to be so damn funny. But diving into our bets of the week before we wrap up the show, we want to say that we really do appreciate anybody that's tuned into the show, anybody that's continued to tune into the show, and anybody who's communicated with us as well too via the comments. Next time we have the show, Mondays, Thursdays, usually 7 o'clock, YouTube, Facebook. Come chat along, like, subscribe. Renzi loves it when you smash that like button. That's like his favorite thing in the world.
Love it.
Smash it. Bets of the week, Renzi boy, what do you got?
Just because I have to make the transition, like I said. Last week on this Monday show, I took the Timberwolves, and it's the only game they've lost in 5 games. So I'm doing it again, not for tonight, because the Wolves, they're turning around. They're pretty good. They play the Warriors on Wednesday at home. So I'm taking Wolves money line at home against the Warriors on Wednesday, because I think that's going to be a good test, see really where they sit. If we get fucking smoked, I get another 7-8 seed for us, but I mean, they got a chance to end up being a decent seed in the playoffs this year. I mean, if they keep playing how they do, and as long as Cat stays off the bench with a strained calf or whatever the fuck he's got, I think they got a good chance. So I'm taking Wolves money line on Wednesday against the Warriors.
All right.
Wolves
and
are back.
PBO, I'm going to support you with that through that.
Thank
great
you.
pick, even though I hate
do you think it's a good pick before I take it?
If you took it, yes, I do think it's a good pick. PVO.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm a homie. I ride my homies. I ride with them.
Please ride me.
I ride you, baby.
Please ride me.
Don't say
Cam,
that.
where am I riding? How am I riding you?
We are riding. We're going to Big Ten country. Tomorrow night, I got Indiana +3 at Maryland. Indiana is on the road. Maryland might end up winning this game, but Indiana right now they're ranked, but they have a very tough schedule coming up, and they have the potential if they start skinning to like maybe not make the tournament. So they know that they need this game against Indiana because coming up they have to play Purdue still twice. They have a tough schedule, so they need this game, and I like that I'll take the points. Indiana +3.
Okay. And then for my final one, I'm going to give a little bit of a little hockey play. I'm actually going to give 2 picks if you guys don't mind. Back-to-back nights, same exact team, same exact bet. We're going Carolina Hurricanes -1.5. They play tomorrow versus the LA Kings, I believe. And then Wednesday, they play the Buffalo Sabres. Take them both nights. -1.5. It's going to pay out nice and pretty, especially Carolina coming off of back-to-back. I have that much faith in that team. They are probably my Stanley Cup favorite. Once again, as a reminder, I'm an elite hockey mind. I picked Boston Bruins. I picked Carolina Hurricanes. Looking pretty good. We'll just disregard the other teams that I picked that are nowhere near the top. But I like to highlight the ones that I did hit. So if I pick 15 teams, I'm going to tell you the top 2. Anyways, that's all I have. Great picks, great bets. We're going to be riding the homies all week.
I can't wait to ride you guys.
It's going to be so much fun. We're going to slippery when wet. We want to say thank you guys. Renz, chill. You're so horny. It's crazy.
So horny. It's gross.
Gross. All right. Thank you for tuning in another episode of 10K Bets. We will see you guys on Thursday. Thank you again for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We want to give a special shout out to our sponsors, Northern Lids and Better Edge. Make sure you guys head over to both of them. Try and use code 10K. See what happens. Go to either one. Worth it. Thank you for tuning in, boys. You guys have a good night. Renzi boy, Cameron. Love you.